6:47 a.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. If you're joining us, welcome to the Now Morning Show. We are celebrating International Women's Day. Let me tell you something. This show is one of those shows that you're never going to forget. On set with us now, we have Jamie Rampersad. Let me tell you something about this woman. This woman is absolutely iconic. And one of the things that I love about her, I'm going to say this right now, is that I've stalked you on social media for a while. And one of the most bubbly personalities I have ever met. Also, we have with us Tessa as well. And Tessa's going to be sharing with us what her experience has been like talking about boudoir. So, Jamie, tell us a bit about you, because as I said, we see you on social media and then we meet you and you are just larger than life. So who are you?
So I am Jamie Rampersad, and I am a portrait photographer and makeup artist. I have been doing makeup for 18 years, actually, and of those 18 years, 9 of those years, I have been a photographer. And I just love helping women and really helping them embrace their beauty, both in their inner beauty and their outer beauty.
And you're definitely doing it, because this product that you have, boudoir, right, and boudoir photography, what exactly is it? Because let's be frank, when you hear that term, your mind may go to a different place. So can you share with us what exactly this is?
Yes, absolutely. So boudoir photography, the word boudoir comes from a French term which means a woman's private saloon. And so based on that, we already know that it's going to be images that are more of an intimate nature, and it usually entails some level of undress. So that is what boudoir photography is about. It's more intimate in nature and for women, and you get to just have fun with that and be in a certain degree of undress.
So, you know, when you mention a certain degree of undress, one of the first things that comes to mind, again, with our culture, you know, our society as well, a lot of things have become very sexualized. Would you say that's one of the misconceptions of boudoir photography?
Yes, definitely. So boudoir photography operates on a sliding scale of how sexual it could be. And for my studio, I am more on the tame side, but there are different varying degrees of it. But I'm definitely more on the tame side. So just because you're coming to do a boudoir shoot with me does not mean that it's going to be there's going to be a whole lot of nudity or anything like that. It can be as conservative as you want and as you're comfortable with.
Okay, so you get to kind of set the pace.
Of course.
And I mean, that's something nice. Now, Tessa, you've had this experience. So just share with us, when Jamie mentions that, what was it like? Were you perhaps a bit, you know, worried going in? Were you scared, or were you ready to jump in?
I actually went in with no expectations.
Wonderful.
My motto at the time was Carpe Diem. And Jamie has that type of personality that really puts you at ease. So, I mean, even if you have those reservations, she easily dispels it.
Wonderful. Jamie, what makes you different? Because, okay, well, we know what makes you different because your personality is absolutely out of this world, and as you said, you know, she makes you so calm, makes you comfortable, but what makes your product different from the rest?
So I think it is a couple of things. So first of all, I understand very intimately how women can possibly feel about doing a shoot like this. They can be very scared, very apprehensive about it. So the way that I address their fears is definitely a way that makes me different. And I make sure, because their number one thing is, am I going to look good? And I make sure that they look good with the airbrush makeup, get them ready with the wardrobe and all of that. And then I think the other thing that makes me different also is because I'm a size inclusive, and I support women that are more mature. Most of my clients, honestly, are 40 and over, right? And so I want women to embrace their bodies regardless of the size or the shape, or regardless of age.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also too, that like when I do believe that when a woman to see her beauty, that part of her beauty resides within herself, and the way that I shoot and the methodology that I use really does bring forth that inner beauty so that we can all see it.
Wonderful. So we're going to see a few photos now coming across the screen. Viewers, get ready for it. And while we're looking at those, Tessa, could you walk us through what the experience was like for you?
Sure. Well, I actually did this with Jamie 1 year ago, and she asked me to help her with her homework. So this is the product of her homework. So I mean, it really was. I took it in good stride, and I had no expectations. And I think I would advise anybody who goes in to have no expectations. But it really was a wonderful experience. It was very intimate, as Jamie said, but it was also very revealing. And I think once again, it's because of her character, because of her disposition. She puts you at ease, so it's very easy to follow her direction. And another thing as well is that that subliminal nature, those things within you that you want to hide, but they make you beautiful. She's able to bring that out, and that's what I liked about her. I also like that she told me, you don't have to do any makeup, you don't have to do your hair if you don't want to, just come. And that really put me at ease, because I'm not that kind of, high maintenance kind of person, and I absolutely loved the photos, honestly.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
I just
you.
saw them on the screen. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Tell me something, Tessa. After you went through the experience, or during the experience, how did it make you feel? How did it make your body feel? How did it make you feel mentally?
I was definitely more appreciative of my body at this point in time. I think I was very neutral about it. I'm like, oh, well, this is just my body. But again, it made me see myself in a different light. This is a body that produced another human being, because I'm a mother as well.
Wow.
And we tend to forget ourselves after giving birth. So it really made me appreciate it on a whole different level for what it went through and for where it is now. So yeah, it was a very empowering experience, certainly. And it helped me learn a lot more about myself as well.
Wonderful. So, well, can I ask both of you, would you say that this is something that you should do if you're maybe looking to reignite something within yourself, or maybe even look for your power that you haven't even found yet? Would you say this is a step in the right direction?
Oh, absolutely. This is all about empowering who you are and building your confidence. So if it is that you are looking for your confidence, I'm going to help you find it. If it is that you have lost it, I'm going to help you remember that. And if it is that you already walk in that power, well, we're going to celebrate it.
There's a whole party going on in the studio. Now, you said you did this last year, so that was in the throes of COVID-19,
yes,
which we're still in. And what was it like for you doing a photo shoot in COVID-19?
Oh, I was a little apprehensive, I must admit, but again, Jamie put me at ease with respect to sanitation, and you had your own space, and I mean the photographer still is a distance away from you, so I wasn't that fearful, but of course there was a little bit of apprehension as well.
So, Jamie, tell us something. What made you decide that boudoir photography was your way forward?
Well, before starting boudoir photography, I was doing other genres. So I was doing beauty, I was doing personal branding, families and stuff, which I still do, right? But then I was turning 40. And I was like, I want to do something different for my birthday. And I actually had the idea to be photographed by one of my favorite photographers at the time she was in Texas, but then COVID happened and I couldn't go. So I said, I'm still going to do it. And I did my own shoot, and it was amazing, the feeling that I got. And I said, you know what, this is something that women really should experience. And that gave me the motivation to move forward and start offering it. And because I realized how powerful and empowering it could be. Yeah.
It really is empowering. And, of course, the theme for this year's International Women's Day is Break the Bias. And with this boudoir photography, as we discussed in the beginning, there are so many misconceptions. So you're definitely breaking the bias when it comes to that as well. Things tastefully done and empowering women. Tessa, is there anything in particular you'd like to share from us from the experience that you took away?
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't seem to make the connection between boudoir and how it really could enrich your life. And I always describe the experience as an enriching one. I'm also an entrepreneur. I own a business called Whimsy and Spice. And I told Jamie, I said, since the first photo shoot that I did with her, I found that it was easier to put myself out there in terms of my business. So, I mean, it might be difficult for somebody to see the connection between, you know, the state of undress in a photo shoot and how you conduct business, but it actually does help you put yourself out there a little bit more and realize as well that nothing is wrong with doing that.
That is one of the most important things. Jamie, do you have any words for Trinidad and Tobago before we wrap today's conversation?
Ladies, I want you to embrace your beauty, embrace who you are, and step into that power.
Most importantly, step into that power. Trinidad and Tobago, this is the Now Morning Show International Women's Day edition. We just spoke to Jamie and Tessa about something that if you take part in it, trust me, it will change your life. We'll be right back after this break.